Hello, welcome to tonight's mystery stream. Who would have guessed? Season 16. So, technically it's mystery stream number 3, and it would be season 16 number 3. So, a little bit of fun. We're going to see what kind of other trouble we can get into. I think there's a couple more tasks here on in Selton River that we may be able to do. In need of repairs was a curtain side trailer from down there, and it's got to go up there. So, no good. This is all single player right now, buddy. So we will be starting out with this one, in need of repairs. Let's start tracking that. And I believe the vehicle that I have nearby that will work for that, the Earth Roamer, is not far away. It's got a decent amount of fuel in it. So we are going to jump into the Earth Roamer. We are going to bring Morning back around. Wrong button. I need to hit the correct buttons occasionally. It helps once in a while. Alright, so let's plot our route. No roadcraft tonight, Antenna. Hey, David, how you doing? Says hi, Het and chat. A wee hello before back to work. Have a good stream. Thank you, David. Appreciate it. So we are just picking up down here. Hey, Austrian. Welcome, welcome. Oh. You know what? We have not driven through this area at all. So we are going to come through this way around. McGarrett. Found a new favorite mod yesterday? What's that? The Geeky More? Alright. That looks like a good route to get us there. My turn yet again. Shh. Neighbor sent me a raid. Had fun this afternoon. Nice. Neighbor's pretty good. JJ usually gets me. But alas, most likely no JJ raids at least until next Tuesday. He is most decidedly out of the area. Won't be streaming for till at least next Tuesday. Drank an energy drink at 8 or 9 p.m. your time and can't sleep now. Well, that's what you get for drinking energy drinks before bed. I think because he's going to bed. Could be. Oh, gotta throw some all wheel on. Giant crane, but you can also put a 6-slot sideboard bed on it. Nice. Need to get up in like 5 hours and 40 minutes for school. You need to get some sleep, brother. Don't get me wrong, I like the viewership and all, but I don't want to be the cause of you not making it to school or falling asleep during class. Said I can't. So this is a camp up here. Try to keep the all-wheel drive off if I think about it. Still have one for the morning. Not a bad little campground. I'd send my kids here. I mean, it looks absolutely nothing like the Crystal Lake campground. Oh, well, looky. A fallen tree. Right in the way. All right. At least I was able to get around it. And I did so without any damage. I think I can pull the curtain side with this. It depends on what hitch I have on. If I have the small hitch, then I'm going to have to go get something else. Wrong trailer. Wrong hitch. All right. Well, I can hear horses in the background. Wang and whinnying. There they are. Alright, I guess we're going to have to park this guy over here. And now I need a truck. Yar 87. Oh, I got that thing still sitting out. Way over there. Phoenix is only being used for fuel. Freight Shake is not far away, but I have a tank. I can probably top them off with the just a matter of having enough to get up there, because the Freightliner doesn't do very well on fuel. Brigadier's up there with only 20 gallons. The Hibbs all the way down here. That wasn't your first one either. Oh, man. With 300 milligrams of caffeine. Well, you know, I mean, Mac Defense is here. Have I got a fuel source between here and there? Besides going way over there. That poor liver. Alright, well, I think I'm going to have to, I like keeping the Mac there because I keep needing a crane. So I think we're going to go back to the garage and pull something else out. Preferably something with a good sized fuel tank. What do we got? Adam, we've had out. He's real thirsty. Don't want to take the Zix if I don't need to. mean, I could take this earth roamer and put the other hitch on it. Let's do that. We're going to do this first. Get my McDonald's colors on there, which apparently yellow does not fall into. Okay, gotta stay in there. I think everything's good except I need to change the tires. Tires as well, yes. Yes, definitely tires. Autonomous. Need my heavy hitch. There we go. All right, so if I go this way around, is there possibly? There is possibly right there behind the Yar. All right. And we're going to try a shortcut. Yay! Never been a problem with shortcuts in SnowRunner yet. They're always 100% successful. But yes, Mason, sorry, Mason, thank you for the reminder about the tires. There's absolutely nothing that says I would have remembered that. It's like tradition. What, me forgetting to change the tires or calling you Mason instead of Mason? Tires, yes, definitely the tires. I mean, you just feel comfortable sitting in this seat, don't you? Just so relaxed and no stress. Feel like you're out for a Sunday drive on your way home from work or something, maybe. And whoa, what in the world just happened to my camera? Went under that bridge and it pushed the camera down behind the seat back. Get what I mean? Yeah, I mean, you could fall asleep listening to this engine. You'd probably crash shortly thereafter, but you could fall asleep listening to it. All right. Here we go. Well, that was a short-lived shortcut, wasn't it? It's just because I'm stuck on that rock. Oh, ow! I was just going to say that turned out to be a pretty good shortcut right as I frickin' smacked that thing and killed my suspension. That wasn't cool at all. Slow down. Where's the fun in that? I finally find a shortcut that works and Brian wants me to slow down. Welcome in, Brian. Normal day in SnowRunner. All right. So now we got to go up there, which means we got to get back to the bridge. So I'm going to take this route here. Man, those horses do not sound happy at all. Now, I know I have to go up and around because of the tree. And I'm guessing there is a task or a contract that you have to take to get rid of, to go around those fallen trees. Okay. To here. Then we're going to try sneaking through here. Why? Why not? All right, that looks like a pretty good route. Let's see how doable it is. You know what, though? We're going to stop next to this guy real quick. Let him repair us. So we need to refill the SX, or repair the SX. Oh. Because it's on. There we go. That's the one I wanted. Refuel. From the service kit to the SX. Hold on, which service? Oh, that service kit's empty, so. all about trying to find some shortcuts today, ain't we? But I definitely need to figure out which contract it is that gets rid of the fallen trees. Have I run into any... Hang on a second. Have I run into any tip-overs? The season seems harder. Season's got some different challenges in different ways. I don't know if I'd say it's harder. Get the shortcut word counter. Oh, there it is. Is that kind of like the other day when I said count how many times I said time? Hey, but that one worked. I mean, this thing seems a bit underpowered, but maybe it's because of what it's pulling. Just kind of getting hung up on them little scrub brushes. Those little things seem to stop every truck, though. Got to remember to add a GED flip counter for difficult mode. That stuff would be a lot easier to add in if I was on a PC as opposed to PlayStation, wouldn't it? Mike Moondog, how's it going? Come on, get up there. Get up the hill. Another reason why I like the LTI a little bit better than the SX. One, it's got the shorter wheelbase, so it doesn't high center as easy. And two, it doesn't seem to be quite as underpowered. Which is shameful for a guy like me. You know, I'm a Chevy man, and the LTI is actually a Ford, based off of a Ford. And the SX is based off of a Chevy. I think it'll get harder? Oh, absolutely. I think we're just scratching the surface right here. They didn't pay for your hardware and steel beams and sunken. Lost about $80,000. But they did pay you for some tires. Yeah, there was a thing I seen today that said there's some kind of a bug for the construction store for selling. Which is very annoying, but at the same time, kind of makes me glad that Cleanup Crew is on a little bit of a pause right now while we work on the 2 new maps. Because I would be awful upset if I turned all that stuff into steel beams and got nothing. I think this is where my shortcut's at, right here. Yes, no? Yep. Gotta go around the outside edge of these. It's an important thing that needs to be fixed. Very disappointing. Yes, absolutely. It seems like with the recent update, they broke more than they fixed. Well, that was breakable, obviously. That seems solid. Well, I'd say as long as I don't get stuck in the mud here, we can call it another successful one. Of course, it wants to pick something behind me. There's absolutely nothing that I can reach with that winch that is useful. Scouted the route to the castle. That's going to be a lot of work. No sand. Kind of depends on which route you choose to take. There's a sand quarry at the railroad station, and you can build a road coming around out of there that'll get you up to a spot where you can then turn around and build a bridge and get up to the castle. Well, even though I almost tipped myself over, I think that was helpful. Oh yeah, you're welcome. We are just about there. So I like to try to do as many of the tasks as I can on a map. Not necessarily the contracts, but the tasks before moving on to the next one. Next map. Now, sometimes you can't necessarily do that based off of other things that have to be completed first. Alright, in need of repairs. Great! That should be all we need for the repairs. 710 XP, 6,140 cash. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Alright, we are... 2 more. Tricky landslide, and then a fuel road. They need medium planks times 1. And they come from over there. Alright, so what truck did I have? Ooh, that's in the other gateway. I might have to go through the Salt River Mountains and grab the Elephant because it's got the flatbed trailer. Pick up and then come this way around, it looks like. It's either going to be that way or cutting across it down this way around. So it looks like we're going to go get the Elephant real quick out of the other map. So global map. Salt River Mountains. And Elephant. Back to the gateway. I'm still pretty sure that was me and Sergey down there with the crane and the cargo truck. Alright, let's get tracking that. Start tracking. And plot our route. Okay. So we are going to come down to here. back. I don't think I can get the elephant through there, but possible. All right. Oh, time of day. 6 a.m. It's funny how it's always 6 a.m. when I check the clock. See, all that guy's sunflowers regrew. MJ got out here, put the fence back up for me. Ian, good day, mate. Is that the shortcut I was looking at? Alright, chat, yes or no? Try taking the shortcut down through here, or go all the way around? I'm going to take your silence as a meaning to go for it. Not that that was a very good start, because that is a really big rock. Good way to get stuck. Or tipped over. I'd say it's definitely a one-way shortcut, because there is absolutely no chance at going up that going the other direction. Of course, now my waypoints are all gone. Hit that like, folks, Adam says. Thank you, sir. Yes, definitely would not work going up. here's the next question. Because my waypoints are all gone, did I take the right turn? Yes, I did. Let's pop all those out of there. This will take me right on in. Surprised that weren't going down with that beast of a trailer. I think it was more the beast of a truck that dragged the trailer through. Garrett would be proud. Well, he should be, darn it. I gotta do all the crazy stuff just to honor him. There's another fence for MJ to put back up. I gotta keep him employed. Medium planks we need. Medium planks. 1. And so we're going over here. So we're going to come out, come down here, over to here. Just got to make sure I don't miss any turns. Over to the bridge. Alright, now when we get over, looks like going up through the campground is going to be the quickest. There we go. Quick and easy route. Refuel. Oh, because the maintenance... Nah, you don't want to refuel the maintenance trailer. No, I do not have the sawmill open yet. I think I've only done one contract so far. Otherwise, it's been all the tasks. I did get the double trailer back over to the sawmill, though. Boy, I tell you, just almost want to try to drive right across that river. But it looks awful deep. Except right there. I mean, that looks kind of shallow. All right. We're gonna see what happens here. Nope. Had to try it. Had to try it. I could see the rocks at the bottom, so I figured, well, maybe it's not as deep as I thought. But it's definitely as deep as I thought. Now you guys know, don't try to drive across the river over here. Definitely too deep to cross. Now right here, on the other hand, let's take a look at the map and see where we're at. Nope, that does not put me in a good spot anyhow. That would still be too soon. So where I was looking at was too soon anyhow. And it's way too wide over this direction. Mod truck with an insanely long winch. Yeah. Yeah, can cross right there, but it doesn't help. Ah! Well, of all the trucks to flip over, and he's way over there, full of fuel. I could cross there. That probably would have been a better way to go, to come down this shoreline here, cross here, come back up and around. Okay. Well, let's delete those, because we're going to take this guy. Hey, King Blaze, how you doing? Reading and not driving? Good combo. That's never gone wrong for anybody. Do 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 do. That beast, I think the only way is to recover. Oh, I've flipped it before with smaller trucks than what I'm bringing over there, so there's a chance to recover it. Best way to recover a beast is with a beast. Come on. Stupid little bushes. Absolutely no way in the world that bush would stop a truck this size. In reality. In the game, screeching halt. Alright, let's make sure everything's full. Fuel carrier semi-trailer. To me. Vehicle extraction kit's full. Good. Yes, this is the DLC Western 6900 XD. I've gotten everything on this map. I haven't done anything really on the other two maps. I entered the maps and came back out of them. I believe there's still 2 more trucks to grab and 4 more upgrades. There's like a truck and 2 upgrades on each map. Stopped by to watch a little bit of Mr. Saucer playing some Ship Graveyard 2 a little bit before I got on tonight. Halfway through second truck recovery, had to get another truck to help you with your White Western. The 605R was deployed. Uh-oh. And if the 605R can't get it, then you got to get Mama out. Mama Mastodon. Now, who left that guy parked there? He should be shot. Uh-huh. Catch that thing too fast coming around there. That'll friggin' flip you over again. Got all 3 trucks and the upgrades. Nice. Lots of bad camber and muddy turns on these maps. Yes, there is. That's why I say the terrain is kind of almost Expeditions-like. Definitely nothing that you want to approach at too fast of a speed. Bad rocks at strategic places. Love this tow truck? Well, it makes a good recovery vehicle, that's for sure. You know, I'd rather use this for doing recoveries than the mod trucks that I have. Not that the mod one's not good, because it's extremely good at what it does. But I'm glad to have something where I don't have to use a mod in order to do it. Might look at getting it. Yeah, the add-on, if you use this add-on, you need to pick trucks up from the rear wheels, not from the front wheels. Because the engine weight's too much for it, but if you pick it up from the back, or you're just picking up the axles and stuff, it does a real great job at towing. Can you put a roof rack on it? No, it doesn't have a roof rack, but the towing platform here carries like 43 gallons of fuel. I'm not sure what that equates to liter-wise. It's like 3.75 liters to a gallon, so it carries a lot of fuel. And some spare parts. You can put a roof rack on there? I don't recall seeing that as an option, but maybe. I'd have to look again. Next time I've got the truck in the garage, I'll have to double check. I need to be a little bit more to the right. We need to get... There we go. Rescue truck should never need a rescue. Well, definitely not easy crossing in this extra long truck. That's for sure. The only time I've had this truck laid over on its side was during my co-op, and Zantana came in and he flipped it over while I was looking on the map. He hooked onto me with a winch and pulled me over. So it doesn't really count as a flip. Yeah, it's a really bad spot that I'm in with that thing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a good angle on it or not. Again, how can you not like this add-on? It was almost too easy. Good truck, but your Mastodon is better? Yeah, but you don't want to pull Mama out for everything, do you? Gotta get you one of these. It's your go-to rescue vehicle. That's what I was using it for. All rescues. Mastodon chin catches everywhere. Yeah, it does catch on a lot. Had one of these. Tried to tow with it, couldn't get it right. Yeah, like I said, you have to do it from the back. If you try to tow from the front, it'll never do it. Alright, let's get our route plotted back out here again. Into town. And over. Now, what time of day are we looking at here? 6 a.m. Yeah, that would have been a great truck to have upon getting the Elephant. When I flipped it over in that quarry and I needed a truck to stand it back upright. The fight that I went through to get that thing upright was unbelievable. That 6900 would have been great to have. Always 6 a.m. You said it later? Well, it goes 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. So you do that, you get about 5-6 hours worth of daylight. This way, you know, it might be kind of dim lit for a little bit, but you get a lot more daylight hours. You remember that struggle? Yeah, it was a fun one. What do I find toughest about this region? It's hard to say, because like I say, this is the only map I've done so far. Having not done the other 2 maps, I couldn't really say. But I believe after I do this task, I'm going to start exploring the bay, Solace Bay. Because there's only one task left to do after this, and that's that fuel trailer. Yeah, there's only one fuel station on the map. Driving through 3 maps to collect cargo, you think is the hardest? Yeah. But that's why I'm going to save that task for getting that fuel trailer delivered till last. Because if I've got to go out that way for anything, I have fuel out there now. Haven't gotten far into the contracts and tasks. Yeah, I've only done 1 contract so far. Pulled out a few trucks once scouted. Yep. I'll probably recover my LTI back to the garage and go from there with it. Well, yeah, because I want to get the fuel for it. I always struggle setting up your fuel and repair trucks. You never decide where to put them. I usually try to look for spots that I'm going to be crossing a lot. Whoever you decide, it'll be wrong. Leave them at cargo pickup points. Yeah, areas that you're going to be at a lot is the best place. Or if there's an intersection you cross a lot. Here we are, Camp Crystal Lake. Semi-trucks at gateways with fuel? Yeah, absolutely. Hard to believe one bunk of medium planks is going to clear that. But here it goes. Look at that. Tricky landslide. Nicely done. Now we have access to the riverbank. 260 XP, 2,500 cash. Not sure what we needed access to the riverbank for. But, okay. Pull off to the side here so she's not parked in the way. And we're going to jump into the LTI, recover it back to the garage so I can get it all topped off with everything. And then we're going to head over into Solace Bay. Feel like the contracts don't pay enough. So the only reason you have money in this game is by selling vehicles you don't want or use. After a while, you'll get plenty of money. I mean, I've played everything from the beginning all the way through, done all the contracts and everything, pretty much 100%ed it, and I've got a couple million. It does take quite a while to make the money, though. Lots of bridges and blockages in this region. Yep. Right there, LTI. And he's going back to the garage so that he can go right back out. See, now this one just doesn't feel nearly as comfortable inside as the SX does. Hey, who put that back? Oh, I forgot I drove into the other map and came back. Did a few contests. A lot of times to get cash. Yep. 6900 XD. Yeah, I got to, next time I have that back in the garage, which, if I end up needing it anytime soon, that's probably going to be the quickest way I do it. Just to recover it back and then go from there. I like hearing the water running through the stream over there. Oof. He's getting a little frisky there. Why not put a fuel trailer with it? I could have. I didn't think about it when I left. Oof. Tell you what though, Steve, that's a good idea. I think what I'll do, we'll get this parked up here. I'll grab the Yar and take it back and grab one and bring it up to it. And I'll bring both this and the Yar through the gateway. Gonna need the XD when I tow the other vehicle. Yeah, at some point I'll end up needing it. Hey, there wasn't anything there. That wasn't fair. Alright, grab the Yar. This guy. Ghost damage happens when you go too fast. Yeah, I call it popcorn damage, especially like in Tamir, where it's like you go down that main road and it's just pop, 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 pop everywhere you turn. So I call it popcorn damage. Wrong button. Oh. Scout fuel carrier. 238 gallons of fuel. That's the biggest fuel carrier we got for this thing. Pick up tow 2, tow 1 with the winch. Why you gotta keep coming up with these good ideas, Steve? Not your first scouting mission. And I can actually, once I get over there to the LTI, I can put one on the back of it. No co-op tonight, Elijah. That's the reason you said bring 2. King Blaze says, let's see how this goes. This will go easy. It might be slow through the mud. They'll swing around quite a bit, because they always do. Oh yeah, the Yar's definitely more than capable. Just keep it out of the snow. You know, for a game called SnowRunner, you'd think there'd be more maps with snow on them than there are. Don't tip it over, it just drags along when you're trying to ride it. Yeah. Then you got to bring a crane out to pick it up. More maps with half snow and half mud. Kind of like the way Maine was set up. In fact, I think the one contract I did was the one that got the archway fixed so that you could drive straight through. Boy, was that ever useful. Yeah, like mate, yeah. Be good to have maps with different seasons. Snow and autumn. Oh, absolutely. Even if they set it up where, say, you know, Michigan was all done in all autumn, turn around and redo the same 4 Michigan maps with snow. You know, a whole different season. You know, different season, different tasks. Because just the fact that it would be snow on the ground would make it so much different driving the same map. You know, you could have parts of the lakes that were frozen over that you could drive over only on the winter maps, or hills you couldn't get up because they were too icy. You just can't drive too fast when you're towing tandem. Mod map? Yep. See if it's close enough I can just winch it to me. Maybe. Of course, it wasn't actually on the winch point I was thinking it was on. Naked Dave did. All right. Let's take a gander here. Don't really see a whole lot off a get-go. Trailer over here. Let's stop tracking that for right now. Which guys is that? That's these guys. Stop tracking. We now what do we see? Looks like making a left right here. Right after we cross that. Off-roading gone wrong. So we'll stop in here, we'll tag this up, and then we'll head for that watchtower. Michigan in the snow, but for PC only. Yeah, that stinks. I messed up. As you can see, I ran my car into the swamp. Wheels got stuck, and now it won't budge. I gotta admit, I can't get out of this on my own. Could you help me tow my car? My house isn't far. I left the keys in the jar. Alright, we'll go ahead and give him a hand. Rookie drivers. Probably drives a Voron for a living. There's a joke that only Roadcraft players will get. How you doing, General Lee? Well, she doesn't want to drive through here very good, does she? Slow to get better, but not the worse you've been. Well, I guess healing slowly is probably a better healing than what you would have had if you were healing fast. You know, you kind of, I don't know. Meds kicking in. Let's go from there to there. Get checked tomorrow to see if you have or are developing rheumatoid arthritis. Well, here's hoping that there's no problems. Well, I guess this doesn't take me to the watchtower like I thought it might. It's probably going to be that road there that I completely missed. But there's a main road up here, it looks like. Slowly kicking in. Talking about the meds. Some things in life are best slow. So true. Alright, there's the watchtower. Now I just got to figure out how to get up to it. Okay. Probably shouldn't. But, as Bilbo Baggins would say, we're gonna go on an adventure. MJ and the gang turned right and went through the trees, kind of like what I'm about to do. Problem is, you got all them little skinny pines that you can't knock over. Placed in just such a location. that they don't want to let you buy. Almost the same spot. Yeah, I've been kind of behind on watching MJ's stuff. Just because I'm trying, you know, he's actually, with all the help, he's ahead of me on this. In the fact that, well, I was at work when it released and I didn't start it until Saturday. So he's got a couple of days ahead of me. Alright. Now let's see what we can see. Well, that opened up a decent amount. So we'll go down and we'll head up towards... How many watchtowers we got on this map anyhow? 1, 2, 3, 4. Total of 5 of them on this map. Got 4 to go. 1, 2, 3. And 4 is down there. Alright. Fuel storage, fisherman. I'll jump on him while he's on vacation. Or as he might say, holiday. Yep. Sure I will. Well, I don't know, because I'm still only doing Saturday, and I won't be doing it this Saturday. But for the most part, it's Saturday and Tuesday is my schedule. Wednesdays is my mystery stream, so it's kind of a however I'm feeling at the time. Alright, well, let's go back down, grab the trailer, and head northwest, young man. And what time of day are we looking at? 6 a.m.? Alright, low gear, because I am not barreling down this hill full speed ahead. That would not be a good thing. Hey, Kev. How you doing? Glad to see you made her in. How'd your stream go? It started desyncing when you got the watchtower? That stinks. Oh, that's alright, man. I popped in on a guy last night that I haven't been on in a while. Oh, Rusty Champagne. I like watching some of his stuff. He works on all the, a lot of the independent games, smaller developers. A lot of times it's a one-two-man team developing a game that he's doing. One of his big ones is Center Station Simulator, and then Supermarket Sim. All right, let's go in here and activate this task. Show task. Hey there! Had some provisions delivered, but I couldn't get them all the way to the watchtower by myself. The road isn't the best, to put it mildly. Could you help me tow the supply trailer to the tower? These supplies will make my job much more bearable. Oh, that's a good chunk of change. You get 1,040 XP and 12,600 cash? Well, sure thing. We'll do that. Which watchtower's it got to go to? The one way over there. Well, we're not going to tow them yet because we don't know if we can get all the way there. So we're going to stop tracking that. Train Sim World will cost you £100. Or is that €100? You gotta forgive me, I'm kind of not up on the, I don't know if that means euro or pounds or where's this road go? Okay, we're gonna take a right. I don't know if it'll get me to that other watchtower up there or not, but we'll find out. Follow the perimeter. Main roads as far as you can. $135.36, huh? Wow. That is a chunk of change, brother. Alright, well, we've got a task up here to get this roadblock cleared. Our residents have been practically cut off from the rest of the world by this landslide. You'd really make our work easier if you could help us out. What's the details on this? They need metal beams. Where do metal beams come from? Factory up in the dark. Sure, we'll help them out. Of course, I don't know why they can't just drive around it. I mean, it's not that difficult. Oh, well, look at that. I've come full circle. Alright, well. Yeah, so we got all that cleared out then. Little factory, we'll have to zip down in there. Maybe I'll set my radar off in the middle of that factory. That's probably the official way up to the watchtower. Where does that go? Hey, PTR. How you doing? go check that out here later. Ooh. Oh, it's not a very nice looking road. I wouldn't say it was bad enough that they needed to block the road off, though. Everstone Cement Company. Alright, what do we got here then? Concrete blocks maybe? Cement? Just cement. The road to loneliness. That's going to be the closest watchtower. Looks like it'll probably be off of that. Oh, that would be a fun road. Get to Plaid Buddy yet? No, I have not. The only one I've gotten so far is the Hib. That's the other side. Okay, so it activates right there. So we'll activate that, head back up to the road, and get out this way. Once we hit the other street, then we'll head up towards that next watchtower. Time for bed? Alright, Kev. We'll catch you later. Alright, road to loneliness. Hey there! I live alone in the forest, and I need fuel to last me through the winter. My house is quite isolated, so getting deliveries out here is a bit of a challenge. I won't be able to keep working without fuel. Could you help me out? We could help you out. At some point. You may have to go a couple days without it, though. Sounds like he doesn't need the fuel until winter, so I got some time. Yeah, I mean, Looks like maybe late September right now, early October. Got a minute. You know, one thing I'm seeing so far is, and I'm going to say this with a grain of salt, potential for some use of the highway trucks. Leads to another landslide, but you can get over it with a winch. Oh, anywhere near that watchtower. Ah, look at that. I am actually on the correct road to get there. Yeah, it looks like you could get around that landslide there off to the left-hand side. Oh, natural land bridge. Guardrail, so you have to go over it. Of course there's a guardrail. There's always a guardrail. It'd be too easy otherwise. Hey, I think I spotted the pub. Right over there. There's an awful lot of cars parked outside. Oh, gas station. That looks like a task associated to get it open. Western landslide. So... and there appears to be no other way around it, so... no other obvious way around it. Back in 15? Alright. I know Steve was watching me start that turnaround and thought I was going to do a Gareth and chuck myself off the cliff. It's alright, you can admit it, Steve. Thought went through your mind. I think we've all seen Gareth do that one time too many, so anytime anybody approaches a cliff like that, we always think they're going to do it. What's the worst that could happen? Got autonomous winch and repair points. Yes, yes I do. Alright, let's try to assess this. Go around behind the guardrail. Or try to go over the rock. Now let's see if we can go behind it. those signs fixed. Yeah. Wrong button. That one. Western landslide. Main traffic artery of our region has been blocked. Please help us clear the obstruction and save the isolated town. And they need cement ×2, which we get down there, and consumables ×2 from the city storage. Opposite ends of the landslide, obviously. Oh, or there's a warehouse over here that has consumables ×2 as well. All right. Well, that's 2 watchtowers in the region in this map so far. Yep. Oh, that's not good. Yep, bar right over there. Got the outdoor tables. Ah, 2 tracks going off the side. Ah, stop sliding. All right, where's the next watchtower? Somewhere off to the right after that bridge. I'm guessing it's going to be this road. I may cross the bridge, set my radar off so that I can get a better idea as to what route to take to the watchtower. Fired off at the intersection up here. Ah, I see a yellow box. Yellow box must have been a loading zone or something. Ah. Storage. Solar panels. Just what everybody likes. Hey, I've been sadly having so... I think you only got part of a message out there, Ged. Trailer store. There's the city storage, which is just consumables. Alright. And let's see now. A little swirl around there. All right, Ged, I got you, brother. We'll definitely pray for that on you for you, Ged. Yeah, looks like that's going to be what I want to do is follow that around, and then it kind of looks to be like it swirls around the outer edge in a spiral. Hey, at least it's a loop-to-loop at the top by the tower on that one. I think I'm going to leave the trailer here for now because I don't really need to take it with me up there and come back down, I don't think. And if you want to have a talk about that or whatever, you know, go into detail, you can send me a personal DM, personal message, you know, and just you and I will have a conversation about it if you want. You're welcome, man. Well, I can live with one damage point. So there's the other part of the road. It just doesn't look too easy to get up there. I know somebody that would do it though. Nathan. Have I done any main missions? I've got all the tasks except for one done on the first map. I have not done anything on this map. I'm just now scouting it, and I've only done one contract. And that was a contract that I needed to do in order to get the archway fixed. I'm currently just now going around exploring and trying to get the watchtowers opened up here in Solis Bay. Kind of looks like you could probably go up and around the tree there. This ain't that bad right here though. Oh, we have a fork in the road. And I want to take the left-hand fork. Got the plaid? Nope, do not have the plaid yet. Like I said, I haven't really done anything at all in anything but the first map. WWZ? Is that a game of the movie World War Z? There's actually a whole list if you go on the Focus Entertainment website. There's a whole list of games that they've got out there that they're way bigger than what we pay attention to. Yeah, watched the movie, never seen the game. Oof. Some more of that lovely, lovely terrain. See? All I gotta do is get up there. But no, you can't just drive straight up. Gotta go around the circle. Oh, there's a task up there. Oh, this must be the watchtower that you have to drag that trailer up to. That'll be fun. I just spotted a shortcut up here though. Ooh. Well, don't that just look hazardous to your health? Alright, so now outpost in the woods. Alright, let's go over there and tag that, and then we'll come back and hit that watchtower. And then we'll change the time of day. This may be the one I already did. Might be the one with the trailer. Yep. Alright, we'll get this watchtower opened and change the time of day. All right. Ooh, upgrade location. I'll take it. Several new objectives. Ooh, that looks friendly. Some island hopping. Helicopter, anybody? All right. Yeah, it was out this way. Ooh, there's the upgrade. North Bridge. Deliver at any cost. Neighbor on the other side. Fuel at the fuel storage. Let's get my map back the right way. So I got one more watchtower up there and one down over here. So we'll probably hit this one down to the south next. Heavy trailer makes light work. I don't know if I like the sounds of that. Let's see now. Okay. And somewhere over here where I was thinking. Somewhere in this general area. Seemed like a bit of a shorter way to get back around. Oh, I realize my trailer's way over there, but it's okay. Time of day, 6 a.m. Suppose when you bring the supplies, it'll finish that building off? Don't tell me if you know. Is this where I was thinking? No. It's not, but I'm going to take a peek here. We're going to drive a little closer to the edge and see what it looks like. Oh no, definitely too steep. I mean, I'll go off a drop, but not on a suicidal mission, you know. Now Now this looks promising. LTI would have stayed on all fours. Yeah, I mean, the LTI is a good truck. Oh, see, that's full of them trees, the non-breakable trees. Get in there and get wedged up against them. Yeah, this was the area that I was looking at. Where, oh, where are you tonight? Alright. Got a little left. A little to the right. Alright, let's go over here and grab my fuel trailer. too far away. Well, I guess I am a bit far. Okay. Watchtower. Map's all spun around again. So we gotta go to the end. Hang a left. Whoa. Get not on the task over here. And we head out of town. Oh, look at that. Alright, all the way around the circle. Deliver at any cost. Hey there, we've run into a bit of trouble. One of our drivers took a wrong turn trying to get around a collapsed bridge, ended up in a swamp. Truck wasn't damaged, but it's stuck there. We need it back in the city ASAP. Can you help? Ooh, the plaid 430 buddy. Absolutely. Where's she stuck at? She is stuck out there. Oh, well, we can definitely help with that. We just got to figure out the best way to get to it. Looking like probably going to be coming across this area here. And then up and around. But yes, we will definitely be helping with that one. All the way around the circle here. Uh-oh. The road appears to be blocked off up here. As in incomplete and all that. Okay, well, that's probably going to be my watchtower road back there behind me. Didn't even see that road splitting off. I don't know how I missed it though. It is pretty obvious. Why'd I break the road? That's not nice. Yeah, I don't think it was me. It might have been. I'm not going to swear to it, you know, but... If anything, I'd say I was the one responsible for the Plaid 440 getting stuck in the swamp. Not so much breaking the bridge. Right. Stay to the right. Oof. Really? Appear to be stuck on something. I appear to be really stuck on something. Free cam? Possibly. We have movement. Yeah, it might have a rock underneath. Probably, but the problem is if it's stuck under me, it's not going to make a heck of a lot of difference. Come on. I know there's a big one right in front of me. Absolutely nothing I can reach with the winch. Nothing. Oh, we're moving again. Not by a lot, but we're moving. I'd say it's definitely a rock, though, just the way it's reacting. Come on. Nothing near... yeah, the closest vehicle that I have, the only other vehicle I have on this map right now is all the way at the gateway. Might actually be able to get there fairly quick, though, if I can get take it across the railroad tracks. Let's, Alright, we're gonna leave this trailer here. I can't even get the atom across them. Really? Stupid bush. My thoughts exactly. Of course it catches something just before I get to him to spin me sideways. Stop it! You behave yourself. Really? If anything, that should have been my wheel, not my engine. All right. Road down below. Yeah. Kind of hard to tell in the dark, but that's what I was thinking too. Well, I might as well grab this task while I'm up here, huh? Saving the Hermit. People rarely visit this island. Truth be told, I can barely remember what it's like seeing the strangers. The soil here is depleted, but they can't get my fertilizer order to me because this place is so hard to reach. Could you help me with that? Maybe. They couldn't deliver it by train? Maybe. I think they didn't try. Ooh. Ow. Scout 800. Yeah, there's my tire damage. Alright, let's see what we can see now. Road down below. Looks like maybe follow up a little ways and meet up with the main road. Or don't meet up with the main road. Pretty much hang right where I am. Go around the tree stumps first. Of course, there's a guardrail. I mean, why wouldn't there be? Where in the world did it grab besides not from anything useful? Alright. Now how close am I? Watchtower's there. Alright. this my road? Yep. Alright, so right on the other side of that, I'm going to turn around here so that I can drive forward. Yeah, the yard does have all-wheel drive fuel penalty. Most of them do. There's only a couple of vehicles out there, I think, that don't have it. I just always forget to turn it off. That's alright. See? I can top the right yard off right now. That's why you go into a new map with at least 2 vehicles. Otherwise, that would have been a long way to go. Alright, where do I gotta turn off at to get up there? I'm gonna take a look as soon as I cross the bridge and see if I can get up there. Otherwise, it's a long way. Ooh. Looks like if I go here, cut back on myself. That looks doable. Glad you did it with the buddy mission. You always forget how hydrophobic the Cat 745C is. The hib came in clutch. That looks doable. Let's detach the trailer and not drag it up here. that worked. Earth Roamer for the win. Get that pesky tail. Don't let it follow you around like that. Sam's slightly confused. He caught his tail. He just didn't know what to do with it once he caught it. We'll say you get careless when driving the Earth Roamers, throwing off ledges, not paying attention when driving, gunning over the rocks in unsmooth areas. It's all fun and games until no trees are close by. Yeah. All right, what do we got opened up now? Oh, look, mystery cargo. They're just not going to tell us because it's a task. So we got one watchtower left in the north. Big dark zone here in the middle. And we'll have to see what is left over here. Looks like a pretty good area. But I don't see any roads running up into that spot, so it's probably nothing that we got to worry about. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and end it right there. We will get that last watchtower next time around. I would say Saturday, but Saturday is my daughter's wedding, so therefore there will be no stream on Saturday. But that said, next Tuesday, we will get that last watchtower and start finding us some tasks, get these roads opened up, and work our way around and get all the tasks done over here and see what kind of other trouble we can get into. So that said, if you like what you see, hit that like button. If you really like what you see, feel free to share, comment if you haven't already. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I go live. And with that, we will see you next time. And thank you, Adam. Thank you, PTR.